Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and this is a great thing to look at first. Dave Portnoy, who is Barstool Sports, he's an XRP holder, and he put a picture of a rocket blasting off with XRP yesterday. He's got 3.4 million followers. If you don't think XRP is about to go mainstream, I don't know if I can help you at this point. And I think it's going to do a lot more than go mainstream. Before we get going, I want to remind everybody, XRPLasVegas.com. This conference is going to be massive. The Bitcoin Las Vegas conference is before it, and then you're going to have XRP Las Vegas. I've been talking to Brad Combs, and that some of the names of the people that are going to be there are going to blow your mind. He won't allow me to say them yet because they're going to be put up on the website soon. We're already at way past the record from last year. We're going to have thousands there, and and we haven't even started announcing the names of the people that are going to be there. And they're stacking on too. Not just the names of people that are going to be there, but the sponsors too. It's going to be wild. And you can get discount tickets. Just go to xrplasvegas.com. Link is in the description, and you can book discount rooms at the MGM Grand. Now, yesterday we went past $3 2 or 3 times and then blasted to like $3.20. And because we know exactly who Gary Gensler is, that's when he decided, right in the middle of it is when he decided to file this opening brief. SEC filed its opening brief. Now, for those of you that aren't in this all the time, you need to understand his filing doesn't mean anything, and because the incoming administration is about to correct all Gary Gensler's corrupt wrongs. Stuart Alderoty said, as expected, the SEC's appeal brief is a rehash of already failed arguments and likely to be abandoned by the next administration. Likely to be abandoned by the next administration. Abandoned says to me either settlement or they're going to dismiss this thing. We'll respond formally in due time. For now, know this, the SEC's lawsuit is just noise. A new era of pro-innovation regulation is coming, and Ripple is thriving. And then Brad Garlinghouse weighed in, one definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. Gensler's SEC really took this to heart. And Crypto BitLord has it right. Strange the SEC files an appeal. They didn't file an appeal. It was just like a motion or whatever. But they, once XRP, and XRP did not break its all-time high yet. The all-time high was somewhere between 350 and 384. It depends on where you look. It's almost as if these clowns are complicit in market manipulation. They've been complicit in market manipulation for the last 4 years. Plus. Well, I say 4 years, it would even go back before that under Jay Clayton. The Trump administration couldn't come quick enough. He's right about that. This is the first thought that popped in my head when I saw Gary Gensler file. Gary Gensler just shot his last bullet. Lock in. Bye, Gary. Folks, I'm a lot older than a lot of you, but any of you that ever watched not Mayberry, it's called the Andy Griffith Show. Barney Fife was the clown cop of their town. Andy was the sheriff, and he would only let him have one bullet because he didn't trust him. And Barney was always trying to act like he's a big shot. This character so reminds me of Gary, and he's even referred to himself as the cop on the beat. If he's a cop on the beat, this is a coward Barney Fife if there ever was one. That's the first thing that popped in my head. And I typed this out. This is from Crypto Insight UK. It screams strength that Bitcoin is where it is and XRP is $3+. There will be more of a rotation coming, and I feel XRP will suck a lot of the market cap during the rotation. I said they always knew the superior digital asset XRP would suck up. Remember when they started all this? When everything was started against Ripple, the lawsuits, the mainstream and crypto media, Bitcoin, Ethereum, then the SEC lawsuit, the Ethereum free pass, the Bitcoin free pass with the Hinman speech, all of that. They always knew they were watching in late 2017, early 2018. They saw it, what XRP was doing in a free market situation. And that's why they did everything they did. They knew that it was superior. That's what the 4-year SEC regulatory capture lawsuit as a weapon, as John Deaton called early on, was designed to stall. That's why the mainstream media, crypto media, stopped selling you on XRP. Remember CNBC showing you how to buy XRP in 2018? And has parroted Bitcoin, Ethereum for the last 4 years. Ironically, the level playing field is going to be a little bumpy for Bitcoin and Ethereum because it's the first time they will have had to compete on one. So lock in. And look, I'm not exaggerating when I put this graphic out that destiny awaits. I believe this would have happened a long time ago if we had not been through what we had been through. I believe that's how they designed it. Is for XRP, that XRP will rise to #1. It's just a matter of time. And if you really believe in utility, it's almost impossible that it cannot, because Bitcoin doesn't have utility. They have to keep creating things like a Bitcoin strategic reserve in order to prop it up and get the next group of investors. That's why I believe they're doing it. And they may be using it to try to pay off the US debt. I don't know, but there's too many unknowns that everybody seems to be comfortable with on Bitcoin, and that's why I've never really trusted it. At times I buy some. Right now I don't own any. I flipped all my Bitcoin about a month ago, or maybe a few weeks ago, into XRP. I'm all in. Bullish. XRP flips Bitcoin on Google Trends as XRP price rallies over $3. You seeing where this is going, folks? I want to show you two things from the Hodor blog. Now, Hodor was old school. He was back in 2018-19 putting things in his blog, and that's part of what got a lot of us really excited, because he obviously had some, he obviously at least talked to people at Ripple, and so I paid attention to a lot of the things he said. He was the first person in XRP community that I saw Brad Garlinghouse openly acknowledge that he read his blogs. Okay, this is one of the things he said. XRP 1% club. There might be a day very soon where this 1% translates into the classical notion of the 1%, the upper echelons of personal net worth. That's why I'm here, because I've always believed that. I also believe this. At what price? At what XRP price point? He said this too. At what XRP price point will Ripple be worth $1 trillion? XRP price equals $17 USD. Just so you're mentally and emotionally prepared for it. The price won't stop at $17. It will keep going past this artificial construct that makes people uncomfortable. Now, what price would XRP, at today's prices, what price would XRP have to jump Bitcoin? $32.88, according to Grok. Is that something that seems out of touch to you? Not to me. How much percentage-wise, how much does Bitcoin really have to move versus XRP? I don't believe much. Now we have an OG on the scene, Mr. Big Time, says, are you still going to get that Doction and name it Ripple when XRP hits $5? I very well might just have to do that, folks. I actually brought that up to my wife last night, and it might be the perfect time to do that. Now, my 18-year-old, who is now off at college and was about 11 or 12 when I started speaking with all of you on social media, he may be a little disappointed that he didn't get a dog. But my 12-year-old would be ecstatic if this happened. He's going to argue with me over whether I can name it Ripple, but I'll just let them name it something else, and I'll call it Ripple if that's how this goes down. God knows we've earned it. Okay, here's the crypto market. Let's check out that XRP price right now. $3.20, folks. Woo. I'm telling you what, my friends are texting me like crazy right now. I'm getting texts and phone calls and all kinds of stuff. We're at 322, folks. I'm looking on my app on my phone. It kind of leads this price. Don't be surprised if we don't blast through that all-time high today. Don't be surprised. Now, those of you that haven't been around, I just wanted to show you this because this is one of the more interesting places to watch the XRP price when we have bull runs. It's called Fiat Leak, FIATLEAK.com. You can watch other digital assets too, but it gives you a great visualization of where the buying is coming from. All right, come on now. Now, I put this out in the middle of the run yesterday as a reminder to everybody. You know, everybody's like, well, what's your exit strategy? What's your sell point? Well, there's a lot of things I cannot sell until I see them, because those things, you think the prices have moved so far. Wait until some of these things happen. Here's my list. Gensler's gone in, what is it, 4 days? He's gone. Okay, that's one. SEC lawsuit resolved. What will the market do in reaction to that announcement? SEC XRP ETF approval. We know that's imminent. BlackRock XRP ETF. I believe that's going to happen. There's a lot of rumors that it's going to happen. If you remember with the Bitcoin ETF, BlackRock didn't come in until after a few companies had done it. Okay? Crypto legislation, we know that's coming. Crypto council announcement. They could announce that Brad Garlinghouse is on the council, or Stuart Alderati. That's coming. Bitcoin, other crypto strategic reserve. They can announce that Bitcoin and American coins are in a basket of that strategic reserve, including XRP. Banks announcing custody. That we've already heard rumors that Trump's going to do an executive order to get rid of SOB 121, which has been preventing banks from custodying. And you write this down. If they get rid of that and banks announce that they are custodying digital assets, it's on like Donkey Kong. And the next thing you're going to see is a way to put your XRP with a bank and have it insured and pay interest and probably borrow against it as well. There will be a monsoon of financial products around XRP. The other thing is, remember those 1,700 contracts? How many NDAs are there at Ripple? A lot of those could expire at any moment. We're seeing all this Bank of America talk all of a sudden out of nowhere in mainstream media, and nobody's denying it. In fact, today is I'm doing my interview with David Strzelecki, who's been talking about that on mainstream media. I'm doing an interview with him today. I'll probably start releasing stuff tomorrow. New XRP Ledger stablecoins. I think there's going to be a Japan one. I think there's going to be a euro, a digital euro, digital pound, tokenized real world assets on the XRP ledger. Now that's when we go nuts. Okay. Think massive liquidity. Bank of America formal announcement, institutional money coming in. Keep in mind, this entire market you're looking at right now, there has not been any significant new money coming into this market at all. We're at 3.4 trillion-ish. We're talking 50 to 100 trillion in the next year or two, in my opinion. When crypto begins to merge with AI, that's one of the things that is going to be very exciting. XRP is designed where it could flawlessly work with AI, streaming payments, that kind of thing. Ripple IPO, just the announcement of that would make things go berserk. XRP made tax-free, that's been being floated. And I could keep going, but I don't want to make this video too long. And then you got this. I don't know what document this comes from, but it's interesting. The idea of an America First Strategic Reserve. that would prioritize digital coins founded in the U.S. like Solana, USD Coin, and Ripple. They meant XRP. In recent weeks, Trump has met with the founders of these coins, and sources said is receptive to the idea. And remember, Brad Garlinghouse came out and teased that concept. And I put here, this was from Paul Barron's show. He's going to be at XRP Las Vegas, by the way. That level playing field is about to be rolled out. Regulatory capture failed. Put your game faces on Bitcoin and Ethereum. You were never superior. In fact, you were inferior. The crooked protection racket is being removed. The free market is about to get to decide.
There. One other thing to consider when you look at the alternative, what XRP represents. Remember, this top 3 token out there, many people would be looking at this because of its cap supply. And if you consider this against ETH right here, ultrasound money, the climbing supply right there, when you look at ETH overall being the number 2 token versus XRP, XRP could be the reason why we start to see it versus Bitcoin. So a lot of people kind of leaning into that. And I think that's a factor that's also playing out.
All right. And then look at this. Here's 2 great videos. This is Jack McDonald, who is the VP of stablecoins at Ripple. Come on now, crank up. Maybe I need to, let me hit the refresh on that.
I think one of the big misperceptions, as you're hearing, is that all stablecoins are equal, and they're not. Whether it's a licensed approach, what type of entity you're in, as you were just saying, the construction of the reserves, the transparency around it, what sort of regulation you may or may not fall under, I think is where there's a big discrepancy and disparity between different stablecoin issuers. And I think we're seeing that today as more and more issuers are coming to market with different types of offerings, all under this uniform cloak of a stablecoin. But they really are different.
Yeah. All right. This is the same guy right here.
I would just echo that, 90+% of demand for stablecoins today globally is in US dollars. And to Corey's point, I think having a US regulator really lean in here and finally provide some tangible guidance will unlock the next level of demand. We talk a lot about institutions coming, and you've seen a whole litany of different major institutions have their own respective experiments around tokenizing a bond issuance or having a money market fund. But these are small pebbles, in what ultimately will be a much larger addressable market. And I really do believe that U.S. legislation is critical to unlocking that demand.
Okay. Now this guy right here, this is interesting, and then I'll go into the group. Today, for the first time in history, XRP passes 180 billion in market cap. But what would it take to grow XRP into a $1 trillion asset? I started working with Ripple in 2017 while I was still at Harvard. Here's the strategy that I think most people are missing. Chris Larson, founder of Ripple, invested in my first company, Omni, for over a decade. He has seen the key blocker holding back XRP from reaching its next stage, interoperability. Why is this the key unlock?
Kind of stepping way back, if you look at the real problem in the world today, a lot of people point to globalization as being, not working for people. And we would say, no, it's not that it's not working. It's just that it's a work in progress, right? It's incomplete. So we could have a real globalization needs interoperability in 3 core things, right? Data, goods, shipping, and money. And the problem is it only has interoperability in data, obviously the internet, and shipping since the 50s with the shipping container, which creates interoperability between port to other port, ship to train to truck. But you don't have that with money. Money networks don't interoperate. And if you have that, now billions of people are onboarded into a real working, kind of system of globalization. And
all right. Then this, because Ripple's expanding their core strategy for XRP Ledger, they are now leveraging their global base of traditional finance customers to tokenize the world's assets. This is powerful, but let's think through the actual scale of the opportunity.
So I think the new 10-year vision is enterprise stablecoins, like real-world asset tokenization, like commercial lending and real estate lending, but that enable DeFi ecosystems that have things like ways to get yield, ways to manage your money.
What would happen to XRP? What would happen to XRP if all the ledger's tokenized assets were expanded through the 125 billion multi-chain DeFi economy. This could pull over 400 times more revenue into XRP than the current model. This is exactly what we're announcing today with Omni. And he goes on, but I got to get this video over. I'm the digital asset. Well, in DAIXRP.com, we're going to talk about nothing but price. What's everybody? Where are we going? I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.